This is Matthew 24, verse 6 to verse 8, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. Matthew 24 and verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Mokaradash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to the Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out. And this is from RT.com as of August the 27th, 2023. From RT.com World News, and it reads, U.S. Navy vows to counter China's aggressive behavior, media reports. An American vice admirer has reportedly called for pushing back against Beijing in the South China Sea. The commander of the U.S. Navy largest forward deployed fleet has reportedly responded to a recent confrontation between China and the Philippines ships in the South China Sea by pleading to push back against the alleged aggression of Beijing forces in the region. Vice Admiral Carl Thompson, commander of the U.S. 7th Fleet, on Sunday, it says, assured the Philippines on Washington's back countering China's aggressive behavior. Reuters reported, my forces are out there for a reason, he said, citing the shared challenges faced by the U.S. and a Philippine ally. Thomas made his comment about the 3 weeks after an incident which the Chinese Coastal Guard deployed water cannons against Philippines vessels that were trying to resupply a warship that Manila has intentionally grounded on a consistent South China Sea soil in 1999. The resupply mission was finally completed on Tuesday to develop food and other goods to troops stationed on World War II era Sierra Madre transport ship. It says you have to challenge people, I would say, operating in a gray zone, Thomas told Reuters. When they are taking a little bit more and more to push you, you got to push back. You have to sell and operate, he added. There's a really no better example of aggressive behavior than the activity on August 5th on the soil. It says Thomas held talks with Vice Admiral Roberto Carlos, who heads the Philippines Western Command, oversees Manila's South China Sea interests. We certainly share challenges, the U.S. command said, so I want to better understand how he views the operation that he's responsible for, and I want to make sure that the understood what I have available. The U.S. and fleet based in Japan covers areas of the operation spanning more than 124 million square kilometers in the Western Pacific, from the international date line to the Indian-Pakistan border. It boasts about 60 ships and submarines, as well as 140 of aircraft and about 20,000 sailors. Its operational zone encompasses half of the world's population and the fifth largest military powers outside the U.S., including Russia and China. And it says tensions between the Philippines and China has escalated since the Ferdinand Marcos Jr. took office as president in Manila last year. Marcos has forged closer defense ties with the United States and assert his country's territorial claims in the South China Sea. For instance, the Philippines placed navigation buoys around the Spratly Islands in May, staking its claims to an area over which Beijing claims sovereignty. China officials have warned that strengthening military cooperation with the U.S., with ties with the Philippines to the cherry of geological strife, is as jeopardizing the country's security. Beijing and Washington has repeatedly accused each other of military provocations in the South China Sea. And I'm going to read that verse 6 once again. Matthew 24 and verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So this is a prime example of wars and rumors of wars and the latest escalations that have been taking place in the South China Sea, right along the Taiwan Strait and the territorial islands not too far from the South China Sea. As it says again, U.S. Navy vows to counter China's aggressive behavior, media reports. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Krakadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Hakim scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom.